from the 1160-metre marker. They're all set to go, and they're sprinting away in the opening leg of our carryover this afternoon. Night Bomber began well. Passage of Power's right up there. Just Be Lacquer. Also there's Call Me When You Need Me, and down the centre, Roll With The Punches also goes pretty nicely, and Cymric is off to the front. Bio Farmer shows pace the stand side with Tchaikovsky. Further back of the field, Silver Tudor, and racing right at the back is Max the Magician. Heading down to the last 600 metres, it's Cymric and Bio Farmer on the outside that head it. Down the inside is Night Bomber, the all blue colours. Tchaikovsky tries to get in between runners. Further to the inside is Bob's Your Uncle, then Just Be Lacquer, Roll With The Punches. Behind that, Passage of Power's trying to weave a way through. Into the final 400 metres they go. Cymric, Bio Farmer, Night Bomber. Towards the outside is Tchaikovsky, Passage of Power. Then came Roll With The Punches. Further back, Call Me When You Need Me, but Cymric goes well. 200 metres left to go. Night Bomber. Down the inside, Passage of Power, then Bio Farmer. Right down the inside is Bob's Your Uncle, who's finishing late. Cymric down the inside. Night Bomber's coming quickly with Bob's Your Uncle. Cymric hanging on in the closing stages. Cymric got there from Bob's Your Uncle. Night Bomber, then came Silver Tudor, Passage of Power, Bio Farmer. Of Power. Let's have another look ahead on replay. You'll see three off the right-hand side. You'll see here that Cymric has stuck his nose out in front, and he's keeping on rolling. And it's a brilliant win by Cymric today for the Vernus family. Rikesh Sugalam is the winning rider. Well, it's also celebrating, I know that they're celebrating downstairs, and I have to make mention of the Mathan family because it is their 40th year in the construction equipment industry. They're having a big party downstairs. Welcome to Satch Mathan and your boys. Have a great afternoon. Let's go back downstairs for the winning interview.
Right, Aldo's stepping into the office. Hey, I'm having an afternoon from one genius to another. Pierce Strader in the previous race. Aldo, wonderful, first of all, to see you in Joburg.
Thank you so much, Neil. Very nice to be here.
And you know, you wouldn't have heard, or maybe you did, Dad singing your praises upstairs, talking to Clyde and team, said, well, what do you expect? Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, it sounds like his own whistle is blowing, but thank you so much. Always a compliment. Yeah, he spoke to me about this was prior to the race, and I told him he seems very similar to the filly I won on last time, and I'm not going to go out there with a preempted idea of what I want him to do. I'm going to let him tell me where he wants to be, and it wasn't ideal, but we were in front, and he was happy there. And just before the 2 furlong mark, I let him slide, and he gave me a good kick. He heard those horses coming. He found a bit more. He really had to rally down at the end just to find a bit more to put the race to bed. Very courageous. Well done to Mr. Van Vuren for having me in this condition, because when I needed another leg, it was there for me. So, yeah, I was thoroughly impressed by him. I don't think he'll stop here. Feels like a horse that's got hungry to win, so his form's pretty strong. That run to cosmic speed, I think, is quite encouraging. And yeah, having 58 kilos here today, I thought he's in with a massive shot. So well done to my dad and Mr. Van Vuren for having me on. Mr. Werner, always a big support and always enthused to ride in these silks. And yeah, nice to be up here in Joburg, of course.
Aldo, classic day and these championship days are getting good horses, but also good trainers, good riders. So I think we're blessed to have you up here. Your thoughts for the rest of the day? I mean, you've got some nice rides. Anything that you would give yourself a strong chance on?
I really like Barbaresco today. I think he's in with a real chance. I was very pleased with the run last time. I don't know him very thoroughly, but by what I see in the mile in these conditions, I think he's in with a big shot. The other two, I'm hoping for place runs. I know Chestnut Bomber's a nice horse, but I'm not sure how deep the 3-year-olds go at the moment. So I think he's a little bit in deep, but he can still hold his own. And then, yeah, Barbaresco, I think I'm quite optimistic. I'm hoping for a really big run because I think he's capable of it.
Aldo, great ride. Who knows? Maybe I'll chat later.
I'll be very happy if we do. Mr. Van Vuren, thank you again for having me. Yeah, he really gives me good rides, and we've got a good strike rate, and yeah, always try a bit harder when I'm on top.
Thanks, Aldo. Let's get Johan in. Well done, Johan. Come in a little bit closer and look there at the camera. They want to see you, not me. You'll be really pleased with that performance because Aldo summed it up. He was quick, and then he fought off others late on, so a win full of merit.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of his, he hasn't won for a while, since Durban last year, but his form is actually better than you think. If you go really deep into those forms, he's run to some really, really very good horses. And so a lot of those runs are better than you think they are. So listen, it wasn't an easy field today because the fillies obviously got the fillies allowance and they were weighted to beat us. But yeah, listen, we got a draw and Aldo got him to do exactly the right fractions through the race. I thought he rode a very nice race. He came up a couple of months ago and rode a filly for us, almost exactly the same ride, and he got over the line as well. So yeah, very, very pleased that Aldo could join us for the day. It's obviously a couple of big fields, so it's not easy to find good riders, and Andrew asked him to come up for us, and he was very pleased to come up. So yeah, thank you to Aldo, to Lawrence and his whole family, and obviously to Andrew and Henny and Louis for doing all the work at home for us.
Just quickly, the rest of your day, because this was a good win. The horses are looking well, running well, so optimistic?
Yeah, listen, Cymric was one that was working really well, and he was probably our best on the day because it's not a group race. But Barbaresca's putting up solid work at home. And then my two in the Classics, they went through the little bug 2 weeks ago. So we were slightly on the back foot with him, but they freshened up nicely over the last week. So I think they run well, even though it's very tough races to win. And then I give a little sneak to Time for Orchids. She's got the right draw today. She's beaten most of those horses, and she's better off at the weights today. So she's definitely a sneaker for a top 4.
And thank you very much. Congratulations. Always a pleasure to chat to you. I like the smile. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Let's get Anthony in quickly. Anthony always gets sent. People say, why does Anthony get sent? Well, clearly because you're the best looking of the owners, right?
I wish that were true. Thanks.
Anthony, you'll be delighted with us. The team, because as Johan says, if you dig deep, he's a nice horse. He's got some form, so no great surprise.
Look, as we said on Thursday, the stable's turning around at the right time for us. So hopefully he carries on from here. He's an exceptional animal and a wonderful beast to look at. I mean, if you look at those muscles. But just to keep things short, very well done to Aldo. Thanks for coming up for Cape Town. So it's not only Cape horses that win in Joburg, Cape jockeys can also manage it. So well done to him. And very well done to Johan for keeping the stable rolling over. Well trained, and thanks to Andrew Fortune as well for all his help in the stable.
Anthony, thank you. I'm actually going to have to get Jan back in because he's going to have to the duty of collecting the 1,500 Rand to your groom. Let's get him in. Do you know the groom?
No, the groom is here.
Come in and... Alec, another one. Come in, please. And so you can do the honours, actually, of handing it to your groom because he's done a magnificent job. Congratulations. We want to get you in the photograph. I'll step away. World Sports Betting, thank you for the 1,500 Rand to the winning groom. And again, Anthony, to you and your team, congrats.
Thank you very much, and very well done to my mate Lawrence and the family. Thanks.
Good man. There we go. The team will be delighted with that. I believe they were supporting the betting market, and the ride from Aldo was executed to perfection.